DV.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Hi, DV. I'm just checking out the iWonder website. What are you doing?
Well, I was taking a nap. Shouldn't you be doing your homework or something?
Actually, I am. I'm doing a report on the internet, and I wonder if you could find out how it works.
What? Now, where am I going to find out that?
Well, it shouldn't be too hard. You're already online. Thanks a lot.
Whoa. Whoa. Where am I? Matrix Consulting. I wonder if this is where I'm supposed to go. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, my name's DV, and
Hi.
a friend of mine is curious about how the internet works, so I was looking for the internet. Is it in here?
Well, part of the internet's in here. We're what's called an ISP, or Internet Service Provider. So part of when you go out and look for a web page or email or something, part of it's in our data center. But the internet's really all around us. It's just a node.
Okay, well, do you think I could see inside?
Yeah, why don't you come on in?
Thanks.
Come on in here, DV. I've got a computer already on the internet.
Oh,
Let's sit
cool.
and talk about it a little bit.
All right. Well, first, can you tell me what is the internet and where did it come from? I mean, who started it?
Well, the internet was started about 25 years ago when the government decided they needed a way for a network to connect very far away places, and if one part of it went down, they still needed to be able to get from point A to point B. Lots of people have decided to work together. It's kind of like building blocks. You put a block in, somebody else puts a block in, and we're building something. That happened, and schools decided after the government that they wanted to join, and so all the colleges and universities jumped in, and then they were all communicating together. And then people like you and me decided to put our block on the tower, and we joined the internet too. And what that means is you've created all these people that can communicate with each other, and we all decide to talk the same language. Think of it just like the road system, for example. You decide that you need to go from your house to school. Right. You drive out of your driveway, which is the same thing as like your computer. You jump on the road, and then you come out of your subdivision, which would be kind of like going out and getting on the internet, and that's all shared service because everybody's chipping in. And then you ride down the road and make some more turns and twists, and then you finally get to school. And at the end of the day, you come back, which is the same thing that happens on the internet. You make a request to go somewhere, it goes out on the internet, it answers that request, and then it comes back to you just like the trip that you just made on the road.
Okay, well, that's a really interesting concept. And if everybody's connected to the internet and we all have addresses, I mean, how does it find you? I mean, how does that work?
Well, and that's a great question. It's just like your home address. It's just like the post office, the regular mail. If I were to send you a letter, you have your address, your city, your state, and your zip code. The internet uses a very similar scheme. It's called an IP address, and everybody has their own address. It's unique so that if I want to send you something, I go from my number, nobody else has my number, to your number, and nobody else has your number. And that's the way that we communicate. And that's the way that all the people on the internet have their unique numbers, just like a web server would, or an email server, or anything like that.
So each address is just really a number.
That's right, that's right. And the important thing is the names, like if we had Microsoft.com, well, the name's really there for people like you and me. Names are only for people. Computers want to use numbers. I mean, they do exactly what they're told.
Well, there's all these things we can do on the web. I mean, how does that work? Whether it's downloading a file or surfing the web or checking our email. I mean, how does that all work in unison?
Well, it's just like we were talking a minute ago about driving on the road. There are lots of different things that can ride on the road once it's there. Web traffic goes to a server and it rides on the same internet as email does or a file download. It's just a different kind of request and a different kind of server on the other end.
Okay, so if we were to make that request, step me through the actual process that happens when you surf the web. What happens?
What happens is you go to your web browser, for example, and you key in the name, and this is what we were talking about again. That name just converts to a number, what's called a domain name server.
Okay.
And then the request goes from your computer, it goes down a cord into the wall, and then from there, why don't we walk into the data center and let me show you.
Okay, cool.